Life without Luca Garza and Joe Wieskamp has been successful so far for the Iowa basketball program. The new-look Hawkeyes are off to a 2-0 start to the season, winning by an average of 32 points a game. Hawkeyes welcoming North Carolina Central to town. Jordan Bohannon needing just 2 threes to become the Big Time's all-time leader, but he was a frigid 1 of 9 from deep. Second half, things close. Patrick McCaffrey scores off the window. He had 15. Iowa just up 5. Later in the second, that lead down to 1. Connor McCaffrey feeds Felipe Rabaka for 2 more. Iowa up 3. The Hawkeyes would add to that lead in transition. Tony Perkins gets ahead of the pack. And check out the off-balance shot. He gets it to fall. Iowa just up by 5. More defense from the home team. It's Perkins coming up with a steal. And Keegan Murray at the other end with the slam. Iowa goes up by 9 at that point. And Murray was the story once again. He's been that way all season. Here's 2 more of his career-high 27 points to go along with 20 rebounds. Iowa pulls away late. They win at 86-69. Your final score. Let's check in at the Hilton. Iowa State welcoming Alabama State to town. Home team starts with an 8-2 run. Isaiah Brockington finding the rhythm early on. He gets into traffic and knocks it down. Then it's freshman Tyrese Hunter finding the seam down the key. He lays it up and in. He had 19 points on the evening. Later in the first half, Iowa State 0 of 10 from behind the arc. Finally gets one to fall right here. Cyclones led just by 4 at the half. Brockington finishes with a game-high 23. Iowa State wins this one 68-60. They all host Grambling coming up once again on Sunday. A little closer to home, Augustana looking for another big victory of the Tom Jesse area, hosting St. Mary's. Nice start. Daniel Carr with the bucket inside. Augie up by 1. Then it's Nate Ortiz with the corner 3. We're tied at 14 early. This one would be close throughout. More from long distance. It's Carter Dua spotting up, dropping down 3 more. Augustana grabs a 3-point lead. More from the home team. It's Luke Johnson with the tough bucket off the window. Augustana builds a 28-21 lead. Then late in the first half, it's Nate Ortiz once again with 2 more. 30-24 Augie at that point. They go to overtime. We'll show you a final. Augustana a winner once again. There should be a final. 79-73, your final in overtime. An annual hoops tradition returning tonight for the Western Big Six after being a COVID casualty last winter. The annual Boys Coaches Banquet back and better than ever this evening. 6 of the 8 conference coaches got together tonight at the Rock Island Botanical Center, giving coaches the chance to preview the team, the season, and trade a few barbs along the way. This winter, the Western Big Six will welcome a trio of new coaches at Alleman, Galesburg, and Rock Island. This year's league returning a ton of talent from a year ago. And with the lack of a postseason last year, these teams eager for a full season this winter.
I was talking to our assistant coaches after practice today, and I think this is the best week plus that I've ever had, and this will be my 17th year as a head coach. It's just been re-energized. You know, the gym has just been great. Our kids have been tremendous. They're super enthusiastic. They work so hard, so we're excited about that.
It's great. I think they're really looking forward to getting fans in the gym. They're looking forward to the field house. You know, we've done the new renovation, and they haven't played a game in there with fans in there. So I think they're really excited about, you know, filling it up and seeing that new atmosphere that's going to be there. So I think everyone's excited, staff-wise and also the student-athletes.
It was once again an honor to MC tonight's event. The season opens up for the boys of the Western Big Six starting next week. Pleasant Valley High School has had plenty of sports success in 2021. This afternoon, a dozen Spartan standouts made their college choices official. It was a busy day in Bettendorf. 12 student athletes signing letters of intent, including 8 to the Division I level. Football standouts Luke Bondahar and Aiden Kilstrom are off to Air Force and Harvard next season. Soccer standouts Adelaide Wolf and Cameron Woods will sign, or I should say did sign, at Indiana State and Anderson University, while Justin Ancelet will head to North Central. Swimmer and current score standout nominee Taylor Burr will hit the water at South Dakota next year. Volleyball state champion Cora Ruff off the Division I Evansville next season, while baseball state champions Drew Misick and Carson Knievel off to Upper Iowa and North Iowa Community College. A pair of golfers will tee it up at the Division I level. Nathan Tillman signs with Western Illinois, while Erica Holmberg heads to Drake. And last but certainly not least, swimmer Elizabeth Tesson will row at Notre Dame next year.
Absolutely. Hard work does pay off. And, I would encourage any athletes that are looking to continue not only their athletic career but also their academic to try rowing, because it does set you up for success in the long run.
Absolutely. I think wrestling's been key to my success as a football player, and lifting and everything. Just today we had a 6:45 practice for wrestling, and I guess everything kind of pays off with this, so it's all worthwhile.
Being in the position I am today wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't for working hard in the off season, in the mornings and late at nights. But I can stand here and say I'm confident that what I did was all well worth it, and I'm really happy for all what's to come.
I think that just shows kind of how hardworking our class is, and throughout these 4 years too, how much work we've put into each of our sports, and a lot of us are multi-sport athletes too, so I also think that plays a big role into it.
A full list of who's heading where can be found on the sports page at WQAD.com. Plenty of smiles in Edgington this afternoon. Softball standout Bayla Bogner signing to continue her career at the Division I level. The Rockets catcher continuing an impressive local pipeline to Illinois State. A key member of the state champions excited about her future next season.
The biggest thing in my recruiting and college decision process has been trying to find a way where I can still be super involved in my 3 younger sisters' lives as they grow up, and playing softball at that high level and also having a great education. And Illinois State just has it all, and it felt like home when I stepped on campus.
A good sister right there. Congratulations to her. One last note, the Iowa-Illinois football game coming up this weekend will not be a homecoming for Brett Bielema of Illinois. He has COVID, so he will miss this weekend's game. Hopefully we'll be back and better than ever next week.
The coaches' banquet, always fun. There's barbs, a lot of funny things being said.
Yes.
All the video, nobody was laughing at anything you were saying.
No, they weren't. They were eating. The
Oreo
good
fluff,
timing. The Oreo fluff, my friends. That's where it's at.
Nothing to laugh at.
No, nothing at all.